I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If you ever want to bamboozle somebody on Total War Warhammer 2, pick a goblin tribe that's well known for their underhanded shenanigans and go for a full orc build. And that's what we're gonna do this game. Rocking with a full black orc core with the Crooked Moon tribe. No Scarsnake, just an orc war boss, bunch of savage orcs, and the Crimson Killers. Now, the black orcs have been trying to convince me for more than a year and a half that black is the new green. I respectfully disagree. Red is the new black, and the Crimson Killers are gonna wade into melee, and you know what they're gonna do. They're gonna stomp stuff. They are gonna push your crap in from behind. That's how they do it. So what we're gonna do today, play with the Crooked Moon tribe, with the Orc Warboss and Sheila, the Arachnarok Queen, rolling in there as well. The only goblin-themed kind of unit in the entire build here. Stomp to the forest right now. And we've got Savage Orcs in the front lines, 3 of them. I think 3 or 4 Black Orcs, Crimson Killers to anchor the line, and then 2 Orc Boy Big Guns. We also have the Moon Howlers way out on the flank here. They're not an amazing unit, but they do cause fear, which is pretty useful actually when you're trying to hunt down High Elf archers. Because honestly, their stats are so bad that they can actually die in melee to them. So you kind of want to cause some fear there and make them rout a little bit earlier so you can run them down with impunity. But we're playing against the High Elves here. We're invading Ulthuan. Our bro Teclis is on the field. Hi, Lore Master of Hoeth. Say what's up, Benedict Cumber Slut. Hey, what's going on, dude? And then we got some Phoenix Guard and some archers in the back. 2 Dragon Princes of Caledor hiding in the woods, and a noble on a regular Illyrian steed. So 2 Illyrian Reavers do a little bit of skirmishing early on, and my army is moving up to the forest now. So with the woods blocking the shots here, you're not going to take too much damage, of course, and they have 25% physical resistance, which is going to be real nice when we're going into melee and we're taking skirmish fire. But we've also got a little bit of a sneaky ammo on here from the High Elves. 2 White Lions of Crace. So this could actually do quite a bit of damage to my line. They will smash Savage Orcs in melee, no question about that. They will lose to Black Orcs, but they'll trade kind of cost effectively because they're armor piercing. So definitely have to worry about those guys. Don't know about them quite yet, but they just showed. And now we're going to start springing the Moon Howler ambush pretty soon here and try to get in and behind all these archers. Now Illyrian Reavers obviously going to be moving up, do a little bit of skirmishing, but I'm not too worried about it. Just move it into the woods and kind of reposition. What I wanted to do was actually just run down those White Lions, but that's going to be pretty tough. And they have the mobility to get away from that for sure. Savage Orcs won't be able to catch them. But honestly, in this build here, what I'm most worried about are the Dragon Princes of Caledor coming down from the woods to get into my flank and mess up my Boy Big Guns. Black Orcs dealing with a Noble right now. He charged forward, did a little bit of damage, and pulls out. Mass will kind of prevent them from getting away too easy. We are going to surround him, but seriously doubtful we're going to be able to kill a Noble this early on in the game. So he's going to be able to disengage there, take a little bit of damage, but no real problem there. And of course, there are some Phoenix Guard in the front ranks here. And Phoenix Guard are going to be an issue for pretty much all my units. The physical resistance they have, serious issue. Black Orcs can obviously do some damage to them, but Phoenix Guard are, as we know, one of the best infantry units in the entire game. So, trying to think about my engagement here. Obviously, Moon Howlers will be moving around the flank to get into the archers. Savage Orcs up the center to take some of the skirmish fire, and then let my Black Orcs get into melee, hopefully unscathed. But I definitely don't have a cavalry engagement. And can I just say here, I'm going to put it in slow motion for this. I know it's going to be a gigantic reveal. I don't like the Greenskins. And I don't know why. Can someone please just sit down, have a heart-to-heart with me, and explain to me what it is about the Greenskins that I don't like. They've got everything that you would think I would enjoy. They've got a horde playstyle, which I have no problem with. They've got their own very unique aesthetic. They are quintessential Warhammer. We've got a bunch of green hooligans just screaming their lungs out, about to run over stuff. And I don't know, there's just something about the Greenskins that I don't love. It might just be that they're stupid. It might be that they're ugly. I have no idea. If the Greenskins had a Book of Grudges, I'd probably be in it, but I think they're too busy just dropping their turds in other people's settlements to care too much. Orc Warboss moving up the center here to help anchor the line. Those poor Savage Orcs are going to get demolished as they sprint in. This opening engagement might not be very easy. He does have the 2 White Lions that have retreated back to the safety of their line. He does have Dragon Princes skirting around the flank. Looks like they're going after the Moon Howlers for now, but they could easily get in and amongst the Crimson Killers. Sheila moving up, getting ready to drop some of her Spiderlings into combat to shut down those archers early on. And I am chasing after the Noble. And my archers, my Savage Orc Arrow boys, have opened up fire into a really bad target. They're on fire at will. I need to change that. It's a very bad target to shoot at. They have that missile resistance. Opening engagement, pretty poor, actually. Let's take a look at it here. So, I didn't get my charge off of my Savage Orcs, which is pretty bad. The White Lions just pretty much eviscerated my front line. And now Black Orcs are getting into combat. Phoenix Guard counter-charging, which is fine. Honestly, they do have charge defense against all, but in this case, because they're in the second line behind the White Lions, they weren't going to get charged anyway, so it's fine to kind of get some of that charge bonus off. Only 10 charge bonus. I didn't actually realize it was that low. But this is actually exactly what he wants, because he has Tactless. He has the Vortexes and the Fire Convocation to kind of cast to the center of my blob here. So I need to be very careful about this. As I say that, Fire Convocation opening up now, looking to go through, and I notice it, and I'm start pulling infantry units out of combat to hopefully kind of dodge that. Moon Howlers are actually sitting completely still, and he pulls away. I don't know if I completely forgot about them. I think I forgot about them, and yeah, so Fire Convocation rips to the main line. Savage Orcs get really hurt there, and a little bit sloppy micro on both sides, actually, because the Dragon Prince could have easily just run down my Moon Howlers there. But Archers firing in. Black Orcs now locked in combat with Phoenix Guard. And my Boar Boy Bacon charging into the White Lions. And Crimson Killers doing what they do best, getting into combat. And with their weapon strength, 52 weapon strength. Look at all that armor piercing, man. Yeah, White Lions have absolutely no hope in this engagement, but Dragon Prince is charging in from the flank, getting a really good charge, sending that poor guy going flying. Will he get back up? Is he dead? He looks pretty dead. Oh, he's alive, all right. So he's gonna live, and this is a pretty interesting fight here, actually. So Dragon Princes are obviously fantastic cavalry against Boar Boy Big Guns in a 1v1 fight. They will stomp them into the ground, but Crimson Killers nearby. Let's take a look at how much armor piercing damage they actually have. 38 AP damage, man. And they have AoE attacks. It's really important to notice, too. Arm to the teeth, I think, yeah, lets them cleave through several foes with each swing. I think that actually does give them AoE attacks. So Dragon Princes will not have fun here. The initial engagement, you can see that my HP is dropping on both units, but in a prolonged fight, if the Dragon Princes stick around, they're going to be in trouble. But they have the mobility to pull out. We'll see if he does. Black Orcs are getting stomped by those Phoenix Guard because of the Fiery Convocation, I guess. But Shelob has dropped some of her spiders into the archers to tie them down. Illyrian Reavers moving forward. And the Orc Boar Boy Big Guns fighting off these archers right here. Pretty interesting that he committed his archers to melee. It's maybe not going to work out too great for them, but honestly, with the flanking charge they got, and the fact that the Boar Boy Big Guns were already tied down in combat, it's actually working out pretty well. You can see the HP dropping pretty quick, outnumbered like this. And the Orc War Boss now moving up to do some damage here. And of course, that reminds me why I hate the Greenskins. Orc War Bosses never shut the hell up. Every single time I move him, he's just screaming in my ear. Shut up, War Boss! You're stupid and ugly, and I hate you so much. Alright. Sorry. Black Orcs and Savage Orcs are engaging the Phoenix Guard here. They're holding line really well. Dragon Princes, yeah, they got destroyed in this fight. Combination of the Crimson Killers and the Boar Boy Big Guns, too much for those Dragon Princes. I'm trying to run them down, and the Spiderlings are just so good. When you summon them, they have, what's their speed actually? They have very decent speed. Yeah, 76 speed, so they can run down archers really easily. They're not even going to win in melee necessarily, but they will tie them down, prevent them from firing. And meanwhile, the Orc War Boss is dealing with Techless in melee as Dragon Princes and Illyrian Reavers come back to try to reinforce. They actually destroyed my Orc War Boy Big Guns in melee, which was pretty crazy. But I've won out on this flank, my cavalry running down the White Lions, and the Crimson Killers now have an opportunity to get in and behind the archers and maybe get a rear charge off on the Phoenix Guard. But my center is crumbling here. Some pretty good Flock of Dooms from Techless. And the Black Orcs and Savage Orcs are getting destroyed while my Savage Orc Arab boys fire in, get rid of some of those archers. Here we go. The Crimson Killers are up to 74 kills right now, and they are coming over the top of the hill. And I mean, this is just the juiciest sight ever for a group of Black Orcs. All they live for is combat and blood and death, and that's what they're going to give these archers here. Just dismember them from behind, chase them down, and right off the charge there, they got about 5, 6, 7 kills. Instantly made them rout. Don't imagine those archers will come back anytime soon, and we have an opportunity to charge in and shut down those ones as well. But Dragon Princes are still running around with impunity. I don't have a lot to shut them down. I left my Orc Warlord Big Guns in melee over here. That was a mistake because White Lions and their AP are actually holding out exceptionally well in prolonged combat. If I just pulled them out and charged again, would have been fine there, but I left them in, and that's a problem. Now Crimson Killer's coming back. Beautiful. Just beautiful. As they get in here and behind the archers, I mean, they're going to rout super fast. There's nothing that can going to keep them in melee. And yeah, just slice them up from behind with those AoE attacks. Archers will die horribly. And Shelob coming in from the front and just stuck between a rock and a hard place, showering that battlefield with some Crimson. Beautiful. But Phoenix Guard are coming back. My archers have been shut down by the Dragon Prince of Caledor. And now we just got to push forward and try to surround what's left. Phoenix Guard are going to be a serious issue here. But we have Shelob, and we do have the Crimson Killer still alive. And Orc Warboss has just been, yeah, dueling techless. Now, the problem is he got away, and he has that potion of healing, so he could get a lot of his health back and get some more casting off. With the Warboss in close quarters combat with a bunch of these archers, making sure they can't fire. And we are sending everything we can besides the Warboss, because he has that, I mean, he's large. You don't really want to send him into the middle of a bunch of Phoenix Guards. But everything else, getting committed here to try to deal with these Guardians of the Shrines of Azurian. Dragon Prince is pushing up now, covered in blood from what has been a very brutal fight as we ascended this hill and try to take it from the High Elves. The Black Orcs charging in from behind, and the Greenskins should be able to seal the deal here. As another fiery convocation comes in from above, swoops down, and carves a swath of destruction to the middle of the Crimson Killers. But kind of a weird angle for Techless there. Wasn't able to get the most killy spell off there. And balance bar shifting heavily in the Greenskins' favor. Orc Warboss chasing after the Dragon Princes, and Techless comes back. Let's see him do some damage here. I would love this Orc Warboss if he just didn't scream every single time I gave him a movement order in the replay. It'd be real nice. Spinaling's coming in from behind. Every time he swings that shield, Dragon Prince is dropping like flies. And we're going to have enough impetus here at the end to seal the day. Seal the victory. Techless running for the hills. And that will be the end of the battle. So, yeah, I don't play the Greenskins that often, honestly. And it's weird because they're a very balanced force. They offer a lot. They have a bunch of really cheap light cavalry that's great for running down skirmishers. Both the Squig Hoppers and the Wolf Riders are great for just hunting down archers and shutting down range units in the back lines. And even getting some good rear charges off. Anything that routes on the field can be run down by a 300 gold Wolf Rider, which is fantastic utility in and of itself. They just have so much speed. They can shut down archers. They have a very tanky, very strong front line. I mean, Black Orcs can trade well with and hit hard with pretty much any infantry unit in the game. They might not necessarily win all their engagements. I mean, there's some that they'll definitely lose to, like Hargonath Executioners will definitely beat them, and that kind of thing. But Black Orcs are still, for their cost, very strong infantry, and they've got great archers. They've got pretty much everything you need. The only thing they can't really do is win the air battle. Wyverns just don't have that power, but Wyverns got a huge speed boost in Total War Warhammer 2, and so they're certainly a decent pick as well. I mean, you've got Azag the Slaughter with Death Magic, Fate of Buna stuff against High Elves. He would have been a great choice. But I went for Crooked Moon Tribe this time just because they have a really sexy color scheme. And the Crimson Killers, man. Like, every time I bring these guys, well, I can't say every time. So the problem with Crimson Killers in general is that they get murdered by artillery. Like, they are just artillery magnet. You put them on the field, and no matter who's playing against you, they're going to turn all their range fire on those guys. If you get lucky, or if you play against a faction like the High Elves, who don't have really powerful long-range artillery, it's not so much of a big deal. And that's why I decided to bring them this game, because I felt like they could anchor my line, and certainly deal well with Phoenix Guard and White Lions and stuff, and they definitely paid dividends this one. My archers did well. Moon Howlers missed my... Yeah, you know what it was? I just remembered. I turned off the hide foliage option. So when basically you can toggle that on and off. When it's on, you can see through the trees, and when it's off, the trees are just constantly covering everything, and they were hidden directly in the forest, and I just completely forgot about them. So pretty terrible micro there. Got lucky that the Dragon Princes didn't run them down, but they would have been very nice, obviously, to shut down all those archers that were sitting in the back. But my Black Orcs did well, and the Warlord Big Guns are just one of those cost-effective cav. They're not going to beat a lot of cavalry 1v1 in melee, but At 950 gold, they definitely got some punching power. They can trade well against higher tier stuff, and if you support them well, they can perform well. Overall, I don't feel like Greenskins are like a top, they're certainly not a top tier faction in Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires right now. They have some issues, and they just kind of get overshadowed by some of the Game 2 factions, I feel like. Hopefully that gets changed a little bit. I don't hate the Greenskins, I just don't love playing them, and I really think it has a lot to do with their aesthetic. But overall, I enjoyed this game. Shelob made nightmares for the High Elves, man. Like, you drop those spiders in the back, and Archer just can't ever fire. And they don't have enough AP to actually bring her down very quickly. And she has the mass to push through a lot of the stuff that the High Elves can do. So, if a dragon's on the field, and you net Shelob in place, and you fire breath that with the Star Dragon Breath or something, she'll melt real fast. But barring that, she definitely has the power to kind of give the High Elves fit. So, I like her for sure. But yeah, that's the game. Lots of content coming soon. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Any Pride, signing out for now.